Today, we're installing the Glideware Prosthetic Brim Sheath from Tamarack. Glideware is a versatile material designed to reduce friction in problem areas. It has many different applications, some including wound care, diabetic foot ulcers, wheelchair users, athletic wear, prosthetic users, and you can even buy it in bulk and just make a custom version of whatever you need for it. Today we're going to be going through installation of the Prosthetic Brim Sheath. The Prosthetic Brim Sheath is designed specifically for transfemoral users to reduce friction at those high trimline areas. We're going to be installing this on my locking system today, so I'll be using a lanyard suspension. If you're looking at the product, you see here that we've got the silicone dots on top that are commonly on a lot of different shrinkers and things like that, so that's to hold it in place. And then also we've got this elbow corner here. First we want to orient it so that the silicone dots are reflected out. Then you want to find the elbow and put that over your high wall of the socket. So we're going to go to the high wall and then we're just going to reflect this down to about there. Those silicone dots hold it in place. And then we're just going to don the socket. And now that is installed. So you see all along my trim line, I have good areas that are where my body, especially in here medially, where my body kind of rolls over that trim line and everything else. This really does a good job of limiting that friction, especially because this is my snowboard socket. I really like the comfort that it gives me when I am being super active, sweating a lot. It has minimized a lot of those uncomfortable rubbing areas that I get. So my everyday socket is a lot different from my sports socket. It's suction, it's sub-ischial, so everything is really low. I don't have a high hip flare or sit bone flare. And so the regular prosthetic brim sheath actually wouldn't fit into this socket because I don't have that high edge. But I still, once I started wearing it on my locking socket, I was like, man, I think it could benefit me in this socket quite a bit because I obviously wear a sleeve. And so back here, there are some holes along the trim line where my carbon frame stops and meets this white piece. So I reached out to Tamarack and explained some of my problems, and they were able to make me this version of the prosthetic brim sheath. Tamarack does have the ability to make custom things if you are somebody out there that has a very unique problem and you feel like the Glideware material could help you. So have your clinician get in contact with Tamarack. If you are a clinician watching this, reach out to them. They're more than willing to work with you and figure out what works best for you. But for me, I have this one, and again, we have the silicone dots. The only difference here is because I don't have a high hip flare, I don't have an elbow in this one. It's just more of a straight tube. So same concept. Other than this time, I'm gonna pull my sleeve down and I'm just going to get my silicone dots and reflect those over again. And I'm just going to pull this down so it goes over my frame a little bit so that it protects my sleeve as well. And then don the socket. And now that's installed, so I have sleeve protection. I really have noticed a lot of benefits from using the prosthetic brim sheath. In my locking system, where I have more of the traditional trim lines, it has made me more comfortable on the sit bone and on that hip flare, especially, like I said, I wear it snowboarding, so sitting on the lift, getting on and off the lift where that sit bone flare is and all of those things, this really has made a difference. And on my everyday socket, it has protected my sleeve over and over again. Like, I really have seen that happen. It's also super easy to use. Any user can install this themselves. They also can just take it off and throw it in the washing machine and have no problems maintaining it. If you deal with uncomfortable trim lines, if you're an AK and you just don't like having that rubbing in those sensitive areas, which definitely happens. Sometimes I wear this just if I'm gonna be walking a lot or like taking my kids to, the amusement park or whatever it is. That's when I'll put this on because I know that there is going to be a higher chance of friction and rubbing throughout the day. If you would like more information on Glideware, the prosthetic brim sheath specifically, or any other Tamarack products, check out tamarackhci.com. Other than that, we'll see you next time. Thank you.